These are the different amounts of money that you can put away today in retirement accounts. So we're going to go through quickly IRAs, 401k plans, SEP IRAs, solo 401k plans. This is the numbers now. Red stands for under age 50. Black stands for over age 50 because if you're older, there's a catch-up provision. All of that is tax deductible. So IRAs, 401k plans, that's how much you can put away. Question number one on a 401k plan, if you got one, are you enrolled? Number one thing you need to do is be enrolled. You need to use it. You need to max it out. Under age 50, it's $19,000. I want you saving an hour a day of your income. Ideally, I want you maxing it out. I want you being obsessed with saving. You can't really oversave and invest. You can always tap the money later. I don't want you to. I want you to leave it there. I don't want you to borrow from it. But you got to max these plans out. Second thing is if you're self-employed, you need to open up a SEP IRA. So self-employed retirement account, it takes 10 minutes to open up a self-employed retirement account. All of you watching, you're self-employed, you can save 25% of your gross income, up to $56,000. Last time I did this class, people gave me lots of questions. Where do I get a SEP IRA? Every major brokerage firm, I'm going to list them here in a second, has a SEP IRA. You can open them up in minutes online. You can also do what's called a solo 401k plan. If you have a spouse member and it's just the two of you, this is a great plan. You can put even same amount of money, ultimately maximum-wise, but you can cram more money into these plans with a lower income. So like, as an example, you could make $50,000 as a side business, and you could actually get $30,000 put away tax deductible. And someone's going, wow, yeah, a lot of employees have side businesses. If your side business is used for 10 years to fund a retirement account and you don't pay taxes on any of that money, it's all legal. You can get rich a lot faster. These are the places that you can go. These are the 4 largest financial service companies that you can go to at any moment online: Ameritrade, Schwab, Vanguard, Fidelity. You can do it yourself, or you can hire an RIA, a fiduciary, to work with you. They're furiously taking notes. It's such a good sign. There are other firms. There are robo-advisors, Personal Capital, Acorns. Some of you are using Personal Capital right now as your dashboard to track where your money's going and all your investments. They have probably one of the best dashboards you can use. Acorns we talked about in the previous episode. Fantastic app you can use to save small amounts of money. There's more. There's Wealthfront, another great firm. There's Betterment. These are all the new robo-advisors that make diversifying your portfolios online without an advisor very simple. I'm a big believer in working with financial advisors, but often people don't hire a financial advisor until they have about $250,000 in savings and they're ready to retire. So as you're in the wealth accumulation phase, these can be great services for you to consider to use. If I were to summarize, I would go back to earlier I showed you on that big whiteboard. You're going to work 90,000 hours. You got a 25 to 35 year career on average to save money. It is decades, not days, and the time to start is now. Now, I know that some of the questions are coming in that I haven't asked yet is, what about Roths? What about a Roth IRA? Should I use a Roth IRA or should I use a Roth 401k plan? These didn't exist 15 years ago. So all the retirement accounts I showed you earlier, tax deductible. You put $1 in, you don't pay taxes on it. Money grows tax deferred. When you go to take it out, you have to pay taxes on it. A Roth IRA, the money goes in after tax, but it grows tax-free and it comes out tax-free. All things being equal, you have to choose, do you want one or the other, or do you do both? Which do I like? I personally like the tax deductible one because I just don't want to pay taxes as long as I can possibly not pay taxes. So I put all my money in tax deductible retirement accounts. I started with that $2,000 IRA account. I went to a 401k plan. Then I had a SEP IRA. Then I had a solo 401k plan. Then I had a defined benefit plan. I've done them all. I actually don't qualify for a Roth IRA. My income's too high because there's a limit. certain income. You can't, not everybody qualifies for Roth IRA. You can go to irs.gov and look at the limitations, and every year the updates, because depending on what year you watch this, all this advice is timeless, but the laws change every year. A lot of people have Roth 401k plans. I recommend if you are young and you can get yourself to save the same amount of money in a Roth that you would in a deductible IRA account, then God bless you, go for it and put it in a Roth. But let me use dollars for a second here. $10,000. To put $10,000 in a deductible account, you don't pay tax on that money in the beginning, so $10,000 goes right to work. To put $10,000 in a Roth, you actually had to make 15 because you had to pay 5 to get the 10 after tax. So you basically got to be able to save 30% more in order to use a Roth IRA and have the numbers be the same. Does that make sense? Because it's a little complicated. And people take Roth IRAs and deductible IRAs and they compare them as apples to apples, and they're not. I recommend with a 401k plan, if you're at work and you've got both options, go half into a deductible and half into a Roth, and then you've covered 2 bases.